Well, anyways, I prepared it for you. No, you're not. No, I got it. What?
Yeah, did everyone do it?
Oh!
I did
Yeah, you What do you want to do? Let's do try to know No. Let's do no reality. No, I'll do reality. How do you get to that, by the way? Oh, not the whole thing. Sorry. I got selected. It's just the first letter.
Hold on to the feeling. Hey, do you like
Miss
circles?
it. You miss it. Just like miss it. You can miss it.
Yeah.
Zero.
I think it's used.
Stop. Seriously, this is
I don't have my phone the number.
Oh, come. Too late.
What? I don't get it.
Fill in the blank.
Tried at home 27, right?
What are you looking at?
Let's do for 27.
You know what I do, Luca? Hey, Luca, you know how I earn 92 points? I do the easy math.
I just wanted to quickly tell you guys
What
all
is 2
one
plus 2?
thing. Everyone has an account on this website, right? MySeva?
Yeah, I made an account.
Alright. If you don't, just remind your parents today. This is the website on which I upload all my homeworks and all the notes and stuff like that. So it's really useful. Yeah.
What? I noticed there's an issue with it that you can't stay signed in when you close out of the browser.
Yeah, just sign back in at the end.
Because,
Okay?
like, it always says that there's an error. Oh.
Alright.
Like, why does
and,
it
yeah,
stay signed in? Like,
Nothing.
that's
nothing.
annoying. Like,
Okay, so let's get started.
I gotta re-sign in. Okay, well, you can start.
Sorry, it's a bit slow.
That was awkward.
Okay. Welcome to Tech Club. So, today we're going to be learning about something called variables, okay? So, can I have everyone's attention except for the people who are like, oh wait, I totally forgot. We're going to do a bit of a show and tell in the beginning.
Yeah.
So, and like I said in the email, the best program that I see, a sketch of like, drawing that I see today gets to go on the front page of the website. So,
Yeah, so you need to go.
You need mouse click, and then you need like mouse backspace.
okay. So, this variable right here, we gave it a
Also,
name, but now we gotta give it a number. So let's say we've got Lex right here, right? And we want to set Lex equal to 5 cookies. Alright, what we would do is we'd say Lex is equal to 5. That's it. Now you put the number 5 inside the Lex, which is the name of our basket. Our variable. It was very simple, right? Anyone have any questions? Cool. And now, how do you know that Lex has that? Well, your computer knows, but like you can't be like, oh, hey, I'm not sure. Say for, I mean, you are sure, but let's say you weren't. We can quickly just check that, and I'm going to show you what this is in our next class. But for right now, just know that what this does is it will simply take whatever is inside your variable, and it will display it to the screen. So, and then I'm giving the color. Remember film? You guys remember film? Yeah. And then this right here is called text size. It's also not important right now, but I'm just going to show you because it makes it bigger. And so we said Lex was equal to 5, and then we said, can you show Lex right here in the middle? And it does. It shows Lex is equal to 5 in the middle, right? Okay. So now that's great and all. I just made a basket. What's so special about that? Well, let me show you why exactly this program, these variables are really, really important. Okay. Right here. So, we've got ourselves a ball in the middle, right? Now, this ball in the middle, we can do a couple things with it. We notice here that this ball is located, its size is 50 pixels, and its length is also 50 pixels. That means that it's 50 this way and 50 that way, right? So, say for example, I wanted to make just one variable that would control it and keep it the same size always. I would make a variable called size, right? And then I would say size is equal to 50, right? And then I would end up. Okay? And this is something weird that I did right here. I put it all in one line. That's called declaring the variable and initializing in the same line. You gave it the value in the same line. It's the exact same thing, except it's condensed. And now you take size, you put in here, right? And now size, well, let's call it size. Actually, no, this is perfect right here. Let me show you. See here, it says redefinition of size. So, if you didn't know what that meant, you'd kind of be like, oh, what does that mean, right? So, you'd be confused, but you know that that's not a standard error. When you normally get an error, it doesn't look like that. And you said redefinition, as if it's already been defined. Someone already said that size is something. Probably, in most cases, size has already been used in the computer. And actually, in this case, it hasn't. The computer already uses size. So we're not allowed to use the size. Remember how there were certain words we weren't allowed to use, like bar? Similarly, size we're not allowed to use. So say we'll say size ball, right? And now we'll put size ball, size ball, and now we've got our ball. Now here's the cool part, right? If I was to change size ball, because size ball controls how big it is in length and height, we could simply change this one value, and the ball entirely would get bigger. Right? It makes our life easier. We don't have to worry about having to write it again and again. Say, for example, that we wanted size ball to control also where along the x-axis. I don't know why you don't do that, but you know, move on, right? So now, size ball also controls where it's located. See? Make sense? It gets bigger. Yeah. And now let's just say them all. They're all several. Why not? And because of that, it gets bigger and smaller along the x-axis. Cool. And you can just mess around with stuff like that and check it out and see what it does. And it's very cool. Okay. So, variables. Now we're just going to quickly do a review game to make sure that you guys understand what they mean. Okay? Think that because there's an uneven amount of questions, one team has the advantage, but other than that, fantastic. All of you won. Okay.
Everyone's a winner.
Here's something that I want to ask you guys, okay? If I was to write var y is equal to 10 and var x is equal to y, okay? And instead I wrote var 10 is equal to y. Is that still completely fine? Is the computer okay with that?
Yeah, but you can't determine why.
You can't determine why? Okay. Anyone else with an answer?
Oh, you're actually not.
What do you guys think? Will the computer be okay with this? Yeah?
If you write 10, y will show up.
No, that doesn't work. It doesn't work like that.
Alright. This is important right here. They are not the same thing, okay? So, your y, it exists in two different states, okay? You have y when it's over here, okay? And when it's over here, it's an open basket, okay? You can put any number into it, okay? And that's completely fine. But when it becomes over here, y is now a locked basket. You cannot put any more numbers inside of this. So if I was to say 10 is equal to y, that makes no sense. Because your y is a locked basket and it cannot be inside. Furthermore, okay, you always keep your numbers on this side. Because, so think of it this way. If I was to say, variable 10 is equal to 9. That just sounds ridiculous to say, right? Like 10 is obviously not equal to 9. So if you were to say that, it would be confusing to the computer. So you can never have a variable that's with a number, okay? And you can never have the number on this side of the equation. Okay. You can also do operations. Like I showed you before, you can do expressions, okay? And now, let's get to the best part. Animation. So, this right here is something that I call the draw function, okay?
Draw function.
Let me first introduce you to what a function is. This right here is a piece of code that your computer will take and it will do over and over and over. Now, that sounds great, but what does that mean? What are the implications of that? Well, with that you can do animation, and if you were to change stuff, you could use variables to demonstrate what it means, right? We've got, let's make a draw function.
Daddy, why did it go away?
Let's say bar, draw. That's how we started. We say bar, then we say draw, and we say equal the function.
So what do you want?
And it fills it in for us, which is really useful. And we're going to take our ellipse, and we're going to say ellipse. And we are going to put it right there. And we're going to put it, where? We'll say, we'll get rid of this right here, okay? We'll also change this to be,
I did the line.
okay.
I like this really.
We'll put it at 50, 200, 200, 50, 50, right? Okay, so we've got our ball here. Okay? Now, I want to control this ball. So, you guys are a bit different, right? We want to make this ball so it moves. And we want to move it right here. How do we go about doing that?
Logic.
Well, we would use something called a draw function. Okay? We would say, we know the x coordinate of that ball is controlled by 200. So we'll say, var ball x is equal to 0. Now if we put ball x here, it'll be equal to 0. Now we want ball to move. So we're going to say, ball x is equal to ball x, which it was before. But each time, I want you to add 1 to it. And now it starts to move.
Maybe we should add in the buttons and then we go back and forth, check like all this stuff. No, I'm trying to have an amazing.
What? My advice? Okay,
So,
you need a draw
okay,
function.
there are 2 things that I have to know here. Why do you make a line instead of a ball?
You need a draw function if you want if to work correctly.
Yeah.
He's talking their draw, you know? Luca, you're such a noob at this.
No, I did.
You don't even remember
That's true.
anything.
All that
you
is true.
learned.
But why did it? In the beginning we had a ball. Remember that? It's just a regular ball. And now the background. Why did you do that?
Export.
No, that doesn't quite work.
Okay, well, let me tell you.
I got none of these
It's
working.
because your program, it always makes that ball right on top of each other. So this is not a line issue. It's a long ball right on top.
Possibly get
When
to
we
see.
put so many balls together, it looks like a line. So, how do we get rid of them? Well, we have our background here. We want that to show up over and over, right?
But that's
So, okay. So I'm about to show you something that's really cool. Okay? We've got our ball here, right? And these balls are cool and all that. But actually, let's get rid of our second ball. We don't need a second ball. Okay? So this first ball, it's really nice. It's right there. It moves. But how do we make it so that our programs interact with our mouse? Okay? Because we don't always want the ball just to do its own thing. We want the ball to follow our mouse around, right? So, we have 2 variables, okay? And the Khan Academy website made them for us. What you do is you put them in the X and Y locations. And they are called mouse X and mouse Y. And now watch this magic, ready? This ball now follows your mouse around.
No, it's even better off this. Watch, because the next part could
Everyone see that?
So, the best part is, I think this should work.
Mouse Y, yes.
There should be a button here, hopefully, if this still works.
Yeah, a little bit. Okay, so this is what they look like.
Okay, now, see,
Also,
that's it.
notice that the X is capital and the Y is capital, okay?
Yeah.
Go ahead and try
I
that.
had to do the whole animation.
Sick.
Do you want to see the
Can you
coding?
can you copy that code and send it to
Do you
me?
want to see the coding?
Can you copy that code and send it to me? Please. I'll see if there's a spin-off and I'll make sure to say it. But I just want to have the code.